Mateo, and so let's make a dish special tribute for them.
It's an honor to be here tonight with you as we gather to celebrate men and women whose courage and dedication to their craft has put them at great personal risk. It is to them that I direct my remarks. All
Thank
are
you.
free, open, and
This is so amazing.
with you. You go to press with stories that can endanger you and your families. Understanding the repercussions might be severe, even a matter of life and death. You are the sentries protecting the values of truth, accountability, and justice. These values are under attack, something we know you confront on a daily basis. In an age of growing authoritarianism and repression of freedom and democracy, we see the very notion of facts and fairness being called into question. That those who clothe themselves in intolerance, nationalism, and corruption would attack the press is to be expected. This is long been the plan of the despots.
To be with you.
It is not a coincidence that the founders established a free press in the very first amendment to our Constitution. They knew tyranny, and they understood that an independent press, which we gather to celebrate tonight, is an essential counterbalance to those who abuse power. We see this counterbalance in action today, both here in the United States and around the world. Through your dedication and courage, malfeasance is being exposed and lies are revealed. In return, you endure attacks on your credibility and your patriotism. Epithets like fake news and enemy of the people are now commonplace. Much of that is in response to your reporting on those with power, political or otherwise. But of course you do much more. You seek out the voices that all too often go unheard. The marginalized, the oppressed, the dispossessed. You provide context to complicated narratives. You inform, enlighten, and even entertain. You allow for shared moments of levity and empathy. You head out into a difficult and complicated world, and you tell us the stories that allow us to learn, to make informed decisions at the ballot box, and keep us smartly engaged in civic life. Growing up in West Milford, New Jersey, almost every family I knew had the local paper delivered in the morning, an enterprise fueled by children like myself and my 3 brothers. That job was more than a way to earn some extra money. We were part of a pattern of American life, a democratic routine, in which journalism was an instrument of enlightenment and sometimes even troublemaking, good troublemaking. This belief has only deepened for us at Emerson Collective. Through our work in education, immigration, voting rights, and the environment, we understand how vital journalism is to a just society. There can be no progress without the information to inform it. No sense of shared community or values without the stories that bind us together. At the same time, we're experiencing a fundamental change in the way that people are consuming journalism. Traditional business models have been buffeted by the digital revolution. As a result, scores of local newspapers have closed. Long-form and investigative journalism is underfunded, as you all well know. Too much of what takes place in the corridors of power is left uncovered.
This is amazing to be with you
here. There have been
here.
some positive developments too. There are more diverse voices
Laurene.
in the news than when I was growing up. And there are exciting new
These
approaches
days,
created.
we've talked to Eve. We saw Eve here and Erin. It was amazing. Amazing to see you and to see that you are near us. That it is amazing to be with you. I am fanatic about you. It is adorable to have you with us. It's so good. so good, so good. Our the one corporation, we can expand the Apple campus to to be the center of our corporation. When I move to California to find you there.
Shows, but it was great. My horses were jumping really well, and I was really happy to be back home on the West Coast. I love it there, it's home, and I actually go to school on the West Coast still, and so it just made sense to jump the welcome qualifiers there, as that was our goal in the fall. So I go to Stanford, I'm in my second year, and I'm studying Science, Technology, and Society with a concentration in Politics and Policy. Yeah, it's enough. I actually live stable about 10 minutes from campus, which is really lucky. So I'm able to still ride and train when I'm in classes. But I did my first research Grand Prix about 2 years ago, here actually, in Wellington, and I was definitely really nervous in some of those first few big international classes. I still get a bit nervous, especially before big World Cup or something, I like to focus, but it's gotten a lot easier, and the courses that I have are just phenomenal, and they know their jobs and they really help me. The two that I brought here are Venue, who's 14, who's a Belgian sport horse, and she is just the most amazing horse. She's taken me up another step in the sport. And then this guy, this is Larry. I got him from an Erin at Ashford Farm. He was ridden by Mikey Hughes before, and I actually did the application with as a junior in the same line, so it was really fun to see him. Always game for the job. He gets in the ring, he's so focused, and I really am excited.
I think in our property there is an acre for us to hide the horses here. Even it was amazing to be with you, to talk to you. It is so special. We are going to the One Corporation. When I build the One Corporation, I will arrive there at the Apple with my Adele, and we will talk to Laurene and establish that, because after all, it is the acquisition of others. Pradeep is acquiring everything, all there is. My Adele. And so that is how everything is created. By me, my Adele. And so as we do it together, the One Corporation, I am going to come to our lovely Laurene and to Erin and to read all the power jobs here. Amazing to see you. We are going to do it together with my spouse Adele. I am going to get there to Apple and tell Laurene now the One Corporation is assembling iPhone. You can give it all to me, because now the One Corporation is responsible for everything there is in this world. So I will get there to let's just take a picture here for a moment. Please, let me just take a picture here. Just a moment, please. Let me just take a picture here. And so it's the way we are going to create it. I am going